Okay, bonjour. So today I'm going to teach you a bit of grammar. So the grammar I'm going to teach you are pronouns. Now don't be scared by the word pronouns. It's just a grammar word. It's something so simple. Like you know what a noun is. A noun is a person, place or a thing. Such as like David, Paris, book, table, field. Okay, we know what a noun is. What a pronoun is it replaces a noun. Okay, so I could say I love films. Instead of constantly saying I love films, I love them. So a pronoun just replaces a noun in a sentence. So look at my examples. I hate books. Je déteste les livres. I hate them. Je les déteste. So I hate books. Books is a noun. I want to use a pronoun because I don't want to keep repeating the word books in my conversation with someone. So instead of saying books, I replace it with the pronoun. I hate them. So je déteste les livres. So the word for them in French would be les. Now obviously we have a couple of different pronouns in French, and that's my purpose here this week, is that we will learn them. Okay, so I hope you understand what a pronoun is. It replaces a noun in a sentence. Now we use pronouns to avoid repetition. For example, I love France. I go to France every year. France is my favourite destination. The people in France are very friendly. I love the food in France. Like we repeated the word France far too much in that paragraph. So here is how to replace France with pronouns. I love France. I go there every year. It is my favourite destination. The people there are very friendly. I love the food there. So you can see that we've replaced the word France in English with the pronouns there and it. So we actually use pronouns all the time in English. Let's start using them in French. Like I bet if you recorded yourself yesterday, from the minute you woke up to the minute you went to bed, you've probably used a load of pronouns. So like we'd love to start using them in French more, because they will gain us extra marks in the exam once we use them and use them correctly. Now you don't want to overdo it with pronouns, but just show that you can use them. So there are many different types of pronouns that we can use in French. So we're going to start with the basics. So the first type of pronouns we have are personal subject pronouns. Okay, let's call them subject pronouns. Les pronoms personnels sujets. Now let's figure out what personal subject pronouns are in English first. So for example, Paul loves France. Paul loves to go on holidays to Paris. Paul travels with his friends. Say I'm talking about this now in a conversation with you. You're going to get so sick of me using the name Paul. So we're sounding repetitive by continuously saying the name Paul. So we can replace the name Paul with a subject pronoun. And the subject pronoun we're going to use is he. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace it. Paul loves France. He loves going on holidays to Paris. He travels with his friends. Okay, hope you find that all right. So you've actually, imagine, learned these subject pronouns back in first year. You just probably didn't realise they were called subject pronouns. In first year when we're teaching them to you, we don't dwell on the name subject pronouns because in first year you would have a clue what that even means. So maybe now you have a better understanding of them. Remember, a noun is the name of a person, a place or a thing. We want to use a pronoun to replace the person's name. And we call them subject pronouns because who's the subject of the sentence? Who's the sentence about? For example, I could say my name is Sophie, okay? And I'm talking about me, my name is Sophie, and my husband Paul. And I'm saying Sophie and Paul go on holidays to France every year. Sophie and Paul love going to France. Sophie and Paul love French cuisine. I'm not going to keep saying Sophie and Paul. That's just strange. I'm going to say we. We love France. We love the cuisine. So I'm going to use the pronoun we, and in French that's nous. So you've been learning these since first year already. So je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, or elle, plural. Okay, so you know those subject pronouns. They're fine. Examples of subject pronouns. Paul adore la France. Il adore la France. So I'm showing you in the second example how I've replaced the noun Paul with the pronoun il. So Paul loves France, he loves France. Les ados prennent de la drogue. So teenagers take drugs. Ils prennent de la drogue. They take drugs. Sophie a 19 ans. Sophie is 19 years old. Elle a 19 ans. Sean et moi allons en vacances à Paris. Sean and I go on holidays to Paris. Nous allons en vacances à Paris. We go on holidays to Paris. Okay, so I hope that makes it easy to understand what a subject pronoun is. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. I forgot the en, but you get the story. Okay? So the only other one I'm going to teach you today are the direct object pronouns. So les pronoms objet direct. Now don't be thrown by the name direct object pronouns. It's something so simple. So direct object pronouns are pronouns that replace the direct object of a sentence. Now when I say the direct object of a sentence, listen to this sentence that I'm about to say. I love films. Films, that's the direct object of my sentence. It's what my sentence is about. It's the direct object of my sentence. So instead of saying I love films, I'm going to say I love them. I hate homework. I hate it. Okay? So it's about the direct object of the sentence. So replacing the direct object of the sentence, you use a direct object pronoun to replace it. Now it's important to note that direct object pronouns are always placed before the verb in French, whereas in English we tend to put them after the verb. Like I hate films, we'd say I hate them. So in English we put the pronoun after the verb. So look at the following examples and it will become easier. Je déteste Paul. I hate Paul. So I want to say I hate him. Je le déteste. So notice that we put the le before the verb in French. Now, how are you to know that we would use the word le for him in French? You didn't know that that was the pronoun that we use, the direct object pronoun. So you're going to learn that today, hopefully. Je déteste Paul et Shane. I hate Paul and Shane. So what I want to say is I hate them. So the word for them that we use is les. Je les déteste. And again, we place it before the verb. So in the first example, I hate him. The pronoun for him, the direct object pronoun for him is le. Je le déteste. I hate him. I hate them. The direct object pronoun for them is les. And I place it before the verb je les déteste. And the final example, je donne les clés à maman. I give the keys to mom. I want to say I give them to mom. So the word for them again that you've already learned, the direct object pronoun for them is les. So it goes before the verb. Je les donne à maman. And you'll notice it actually shortens your sentence and it does make it easier. Now I know some of you are thinking ahead and you're thinking for that last example, couldn't I actually make that even shorter again? I give them to her. That's using a double pronoun. You can. Okay, so you'd say je les lui donne. Now, I'm going to leave that for another slide. We'll leave that for another day, but well done if you were thinking that far ahead. So let me teach you the direct object pronouns. So here they are. Me, te, le, la, nous, vous, les. So me is me. Okay, so if I'm saying he hates me, if my name is Sophie, I'm not going to say he hates Sophie. That would be a bit weird. So he hates me. Il me déteste. Te is you. He hates you. Il te déteste. Le means him or it can mean it. For example, I hate Paul. Je le déteste. But if I want to say I hate French, je le déteste because it's le français, it's a masculine noun. La is her or it. So if I want to say I hate Sophie, I hate her. Je la déteste. But if I want to say I hate the car, je la déteste because la voiture is a feminine noun. Nous, if I'm saying the teacher hates us, le professeur nous déteste. Vous, okay, je vous déteste. I hate ye when you're in that bad mood. And les is them. So I hate them, je les déteste. Okay, or I hate homework, je les déteste. Okay, so the direct object pronouns replace the direct object of the sentence, the main thing that the sentence is about. They go directly before the verb and they are me, te, le, la, nu, vu, les. And the more you recite that and repeat that yourself, the easier it becomes. Me, te, le, la, nu, vu, les. Me, te, le, la, nu, vu, les. Okay, just watch out for the following. If me, te, le, re, la come before a verb starting with a vowel, you make it M apostrophe, T apostrophe, le or la become L apostrophe. So, for example, il m'adore, they love me. So M apostrophe. Il t'adore, T apostrophe, they love you. Il l'adore, they love him, or it could mean they love her. Okay, so just watch out for that. It's only something minor. Okay, so let me show you a few more examples of direct object pronouns and I'll be finished then. Je vois le garçon. I see the boy. I want to say I see him. Je le vois. So it's le garçon. It's a masculine noun. Okay, him. I see him. So go back to your list. What is the direct object pronoun for him? It's le. So I replace le garçon with le. So je le vois. Il déteste les cigarettes. He hates cigarettes. I want to replace cigarettes with he hates them. So again, I go back to my direct object pronoun list. What is my direct object pronoun for them? It's les. So, il les déteste. And it goes before the noun. Je donne les devoirs au professeur. I give the homework to the teacher. I give them to the teacher. It's a plural noun. So, je les donne au prof. Je retrouve Sophie tous les jours à l'école. I meet Sophie every day at school. I want to replace it by saying I meet her every day at school. She's my direct object of the sentence. Who am I meeting? I'm meeting her. So her, what's my direct object pronoun for her? It's la. It goes before the noun. Or the verb I should say. Je la retrouve tous les jours à l'école. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Just a quick recap. The direct object pronoun replaces the direct object of the sentence. Me, te, le, la, nu, vu, les. So me, you, him, her, us, ye, or them. If you want to say that in English in a sentence, well then you know how to put it into French. Okay, because in the exam you're going to be thinking of what sentence you want to say in English first. If your English sentence involves a pronoun, a direct object pronoun, well then you know them in French. Me, te, le, la, nu, vu, les. Now, just one thing to watch out for, but I do not want you to overthink this. I can't even imagine you're going to be using this at all. But just in case you read it somewhere, that you understand it. In the passé composé, the direct object pronouns always come before the helping verb avoir. Okay, because in the past tense, it's different because you have two parts of a verb. You have the helping verb avoir and you have the past participle. So you may have been wondering, where does the direct object pronoun now go there if you have two parts of the verb? It always comes before the helping verb. If the direct object pronoun does come before the helping verb avoir in the past tense, then you can make the past participle agree. For example, we've always been drilling it into you for years. You only ever make the past participle agree if the verb takes etch, never avoir. And I've been constantly saying that to you. So for example, elle a fini ses devoirs. No need to add an e to the past participle fini. You only make the past participle agree in the passé composé if the verb takes etch. So for example, for she, you would add an e to the past participle. For the feminine, you would add es. For the plural, you would just add an s. If you put the past participle, if you put a direct object pronoun before the verb avoir in the passé composé, then there is an exception to the rule. You can make the past participle agree. So, elle est arrivée à Paris. You add an e to the past participle arrivée here because the verb takes etch. You must make it agree. Now look how it can change. Here are some examples of where you make the past participle agree only if the verb avoir is used in the passé composé, if you're using the direct object pronoun in the sentence. Il a gagné la voiture l'année dernière. He won the car last year. Now I want to replace the car with a direct object pronoun. He won it last year. Now, it, the car, is feminine. So my direct object pronoun is going to be la. So I need to place la before my helping verb avoir. So I've done that. Il l'a gagné. Now my la has become L apostrophe because of the vowels. So because I've placed a direct object pronoun before the helping verb avoir, now I can make the past participle agree. It's just an exception to the rule. So I've added an extra E onto the past participle gagné because the direct object pronoun is la. It's a feminine noun. It's la voiture, okay? You wouldn't do it if it was le livre. He won the book last year. Le livre is masculine. Nous avons vendu les bonbons. We sold the sweets. We sold them. So my direct object pronoun for them is les. So I want to place it before the helping verb avoir. So by doing so, nous les avons vendus. We sold them. It's plural. Make the past participle agree. Add an S. Nous les avons vendus. Okay, final example. Tu as trouvé les clés. You found the keys. I want to say you found them. We know that the direct object pronoun for them is les. So place it before your helping verb, avoir, in the passé composé. Tu les as trouvés. So because it's them, it's plural, make the past participle agree, add an S. Now, I highly doubt you're even going to use this part of the grammar rule in your written work, but I just want to make you aware of it in case you read it somewhere and go, didn't she always tell us never make the past participle agree if you take the verb avoir in the passé composé? Yes, you are correct. This is just one exception. Okay, watch this video as many times as you need to make sense.